Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the Dragon Ball Xenoverse Trunks and Time Patroller S.H.Figuarts. Now, it's actually kind of funny, I'm recording this the day after they did the official reveal of Xenoverse 3 and the official announcement that Xenoverse 2 will be wrapping up. And we've gotten a good chunk of time out of this franchise, in particular Xenoverse 2, and they've really pushed that game to its limits. And I think it's interesting that they even made these, and it's interesting just generally having video game S.H.Figuarts, and I can see why they did specifically Trunks, because his look stayed the same between the first and second games, as well as the original Time Patroller, because he was all over the marketing of the original game. It is a weird look, but it is iconic in a sense. But I can see why they went with this over the sort of stand-in promo character that they'd done for Xenoverse 2, because these were released around the time of Xenoverse 2 and even had DLC codes for those games, but were effectively the Xenoverse 1 versions of these characters. They were most likely in development for quite some time, and it just happened that they could be released around the time of Xenoverse 2. Now, taken out of the box, they actually come with some interesting accessories, in particular the Time Patroller. So we get the figure itself, we get two normal state face plates as well as the normal state head, so red hair, as well as a Super Saiyan head sculpt and two Super Saiyan head pieces. Each of these have a scouter sculpted in, which is very interesting because later on Dragon Ball figures tend to have you have to swap out the scouter for every single face, so it's interesting just having that sculpted in there. We get a bunch of different hands as well as an actual beam effect, not just like an effect charge piece, but an actual beam effect. This is sort of like a Kamehameha blast starting up. It's not very big or long, but it is still nice nonetheless. Then for Trunks, we get the figure itself. Comes with 4 faces, 2 normal, 2 Super Saiyan. He comes with his sword unsheathed, as well as a little bit of a hilt piece to put in the scabbard for when you don't want to use it. He's got several different hands, as well as one of the time scrolls. So a fairly decent loadout, like especially for Trunks, it's sort of everything you'd need for him. Maybe just some expressions would be a little bit nicer to include, like just more variety. But in general, having, at least one additional face sculpt for each state of normal or Super Saiyan is still plenty for S.H.Figuarts, because sometimes they don't even do that. But taken out of the box and put on a display, here are the figures, and they look okay. I think Trunks looks better than the Time Patroller. The Time Patroller looks a little bit long in the body, just how they've sort of sculpted it. And the Time Patroller's look in general is one of those, you either love it or hate it sort of affairs, because it's like the Capsule Corp-ish jacket, the Trunks style, actually it's generally a Trunks style sort of outfit, but with like a Piccolo cape. But it's love it or hate it. You might not like the look of the character being sort of like adult Gohan-ish, but with red hair and with a scouter. It's just really like, this is created character sort of like to a T. And he was the sort of promo character for all of the Xenoverse 1 material. If you played just Xenoverse 2 and didn't import your character, I think that defaulted to this. But yeah, it's something that's grown on me over the years, but like, it's really a matter of preference. But I think that one of the reasons why this figure is rare is because it came with the effect part. Now, for posability, the Time Patroller's got a ball joint in the head and neck. His cape can hinge up and swivel just a tiny little bit. His arms can rotate around. They can butterfly in just a tiny little bit. There's an up arm swivel, bend at the elbows, ball hinge at the wrist. There's a ball joint in the chest, which doesn't allow for too much movement. He can do the splits that far, kick forward and back that far. He's got an upper thigh swivel, bend at the knees, hinge at the ankles and bend at the toes. Nothing too crazy. He is a little bit limited by the cape around his neck, and I just like, the joints are there, but the movement's not the best around the torso, but it's okay. Now, Trunks isn't great either. So he's got a ball joint in the head and neck, which is fine. He's got his arms can rotate around. They are a little bit stiff on my copy. He can sort of butterfly in as well. He's got an upper arm swivel, bend at the elbows, ball hinge at the wrist. He's got an upper chest rotation at a ball joint. And his skirt piece is a really tough plastic, so you get basically no movement out of his legs. The movement is there, but you just can't access it. So it's like his knee bend is basically not even there. His ankles can, tilt and hinge at the toes and all that, but like you can't really get any action poses out of this Trunks. He is ridiculously restrictive for a character that should be really like posable and stylish and everything. You just really can't get him into anything cool, which sucks. Now for faces, we get a neutral face for Trunks. We get a sort of smiling looking to the side face. We get Super Saiyan teeth clenched face, as well as mouth open shouting face. For the Time Patroller, we get a neutral face. We get a mouth open shouting face. We get a teeth clenched Super Saiyan face, as well as a mouth open shouting face for the Super Saiyan head sculpt as well. And with these accessories, you can get the figures into some okay poses. Trunks is severely limited. Anything above the waist is basically like null and void, so don't even bother. So it kind of sucks with that. The Time Patroller gets the effect parts, so that's cool. And he can go Super Saiyan, which is also cool. A little bit weighed down by the cape, so a little bit tricky to pose him around, but he's fine enough. I just don't like it that much as a figure. And Trunks he's just not good. Which sucks because technically this was a 2.0 body Trunks. And for like standard looking Trunkses, there's not a lot of options, or at least at that time there weren't a lot of options, because it was either 1.0, this Xenoverse one, or the Saiyan armor Trunks, which is a fair enough figure, but it's not my favorite look of Trunks. And now we've got the boy from the future, and they're going to be doing a jacketless version of that at some point. So like it is getting better with Trunkses, but it's just interesting, like sort of like this massive gap of figures, and they weren't really improving all that much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time. Oh hi, I didn't see you there. As you can see, I'm hard at work making new videos for the channel. Now, while I'm happy with where the channel is right now, I could use your help. By liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel, it helps out the YouTube algorithm and recommends my channel to more people. So if you like any of my videos, please let me know, it really helps out. And if you liked this one, please let me know too. It means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate all of you guys.